Ben, you're muted.
Welcome to Shark Pond, everybody. So happy to be here with you. We have two entrepreneurs that have been through 3 months of intense entrepreneurial training, preparing for this moment to speak to you and present their business to you. So we are so happy that you are so generous and kind to invite us to be here with you at your club meeting. So we always like to start out Shark Pond by asking our judges to introduce themselves. So how about if Tamra, would you mind going first and then call on one of your other fellow Rotarians to go next and so forth, okay?
Sure. My name is Tamra Bassett. I'm a professor at Idaho State University in Spanish, and I am so happy to be here. Working with other countries around the world is my absolute passion. So this is something that I feel very blessed to be part of. Jerry?
That was a nice pass off, Tamara. I'm Jerry Myers. I am a retired architect and by profession, and I love to be involved with Rotary, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading the proposals that we read today, and I'm excited to be a part of this. Dan?
I guess I'll go next. My name's Dan Heiner. I am a commercial banker. I make loans to a lot of different businesses. I've been doing this for 47 years. So I have a lot of experience in lending and analyzing businesses. So it's been interesting to go through the proposals that we have here from these two entrepreneurs. They're very interesting, and I'm excited to visit with them and get to know them a little bit more. I've done a fair amount of traveling throughout the world, but I've never been to Africa, and that's one of the places I would like to try. Anyway, welcome. Okay, John.
Yeah, I'm John Azzola. I'm a commercial insurance agent. Ditto from what everybody else is saying. I have been reading these plans and look forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Gate City Rotary Club. So we will now hear our first presentation from Emmanuel Isaac, and I will introduce his business and him really briefly. And then after that, I'll ask him to introduce himself. So first, what I want to do is just look at your business plan. So Emmanuel comes to us from Kumasi, Ghana. This is Emmanuel, and he is in the medical supply business. So he works with these smaller regional clinics and hospitals to help them get the diagnostic tools that they need. Supply chains are very difficult in this area, and so he fills a niche where some of the bigger suppliers don't support these clinics and hospitals. So he is looking for an interest-free loan to expand his inventory levels so they don't stock out quite so often. And he imports his materials from Germany, Turkey, and China, and is going to allow these hospitals to have the materials they need. He's been in business since October of 2024. So he is a true startup and came to our classes and worked very hard. And his, as a reference, he made revenue of $311 in February of this year, reinvested $148. So he has good margins. And these are some of the products that he sells. And so I will turn the time over to Emmanuel next, after showing you the pictures of these hospitals and clinics that he provided and some of the materials. So go ahead, Emmanuel. Please tell us more about you and your family.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin Davidson. My name is Emmanuel Baidoo. I'm a professional laboratory scientist. As you can see, I'm already in my laboratory uniform. So I'm currently at work. I haven't closed yet. And my business, which is Liona Medical Light Supplies, what I do is I provide nearby hospitals. So when you come to Ghana here, we have a system So we have a CHIPS compound, and from a CHIPS compound, we move on to a clinic. Then from a clinic to move on a polyclinic, then up to the highest, which is the hospital. So what I do is I supply these small health facilities with laboratory reagents, laboratory test kits to also help them diagnose clients their diseases, and also to know the appropriate drug that they can give to them. And I'm also, my family, I have a mom and a stepsister. So let me say we are two. So I take care of the old lady, and alongside with my stepsister also. So I think that's all for me now.
Okay, thank you. Excellent job, Emmanuel. And before we go to questions, just want to remind everyone that there is the closed captioning button at the bottom of your screen, CC, that does a good job with writing out what is being said in case you have a hard time understanding our funny American accents, Emmanuel. All right, so Sharks, please ask some questions.
Okay, Emmanuel, about how many clinics or hospitals or whatever do you service?
Come again, please.
Okay, I just wonder how many customers you have, clinics or excuse me, or hospitals do you currently work with?
Okay, so for now I have more than six hospitals. I wouldn't say hospitals, health facilities. Let me put it that way. I have more than six. So day in, day out, I have other health facilities from outside my enclave calling in, asking for my services.
Okay.
Emmanuel, what do you have in place to, after you've done the testing with some of your diagnostic equipment, what is in place, or who is interpreting the data?
Okay, so most of the times the nearby health facilities ask for my expertise. So every hospital has, health facility has his or her own lab technician. So those who don't have, the nurses themselves do that test, and then they call me, oh Ima, I did this test for this client, this is the results, can you just interpret it for me? Then I just also give them the interpretation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Emmanuel, how far do you go in kilometers to service your hospitals? How far away is the farthest health facility that you serve?
It's very far. It's very far. With the kilometers, I'm not really sure, but it's very far. I don't know if you've been to Ghana before.
No, I have not. How long does it take you to get to their location?
So in Africa here, most of our roads are not that good. So it's either I use a motorcycle, or maybe if there's a bus or a taxi coming here, I'll just send the things to, give the things to the taxi driver, then he will take you to my destination.
How many hours does it take to get to that clinic?
Okay, so I think then I will say the nearest one to me, the nearest one takes 2 hours 30 minutes. The nearest one to me takes 2 hours 30 minutes.
So it's a large area. Yes.
Yeah, it's I would say it's a rural area now developing.
If you are approved for this loan, how many more customers do you think you can handle?
So let me put it this way. So as at last month, ending of last month, I had 3 people come on board asking for my services. So one is, I think, a new health facility. So I'm supposed to procure their lab equipment. I think most of the lab reagents, test kits, and other things for them. So I'd say roughly within a month, I can get to, let's say, 2 to 3 people on board my.
Okay. So that will almost not quite double what you're doing right now.
Come again?
I say, so that's probably half more than what you're doing right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Emmanuel?
noticed. Oh, go ahead, Tamra.
Go ahead, Ben.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I noticed that your sales increases that you forecast in your income statement were pretty conservative. So you're planning slow growth, is that right?
Come again?
Is your main goal not to grow more customers, but instead to have enough supply for your customers that you have now because you run out of supply?
Okay, so for now, I'm trying to build upon my customers, because the more customers I get, the more my name also goes far. Do you get me now? So the more customers I get, so let's say, just like I said, last month I had a couple of new customers. So they told me a friend of mine recommended them. So then it's very far. I think if I'm supposed to go there, it's going to take me almost let's say 4 to 5 hours. It's very far. So all these people coming on board, I see it to be a great improvement on my side.
Do you often run out of supplies? Do you not have enough to sell? Do they want to buy more than you have?
Okay, so you see, with these health facilities, they can't purchase let's say in bigger quantities. So what they do is, let's say they can purchase, for example, let's use typhoid test kits, for example. Okay, so they can purchase, let's say, 5 boxes, which per piece is 25 pieces. Okay, so per piece is 25 pieces. So meaning the 5 boxes is going to give you 250 pieces. So these 250 pieces can take them, let's say, roughly a month. Because since it's a rural area, the number of clients or patients who come in isn't that high compared to a hospital. You get me? Yes. So they purchase it in smaller quantities, because you can't also say you are taking a car to the big city to go and purchase this smaller quantity. I'm not sure they are going to give it to you. So what I do is, I go to this city, I purchase it, I bring it, and then they also come to me, and then they will buying it in their small quantities, which is also going to help them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, if you were not a supplier for this product, or these products, what is the way that the people in the communities you serve would get the supplies that you provide?
Okay, so you see, in my business template, I told you I'm a registered laboratory seller to sell these laboratory products, right? Yeah. And you can't just get up and go to the market that you are going to buy these things. Let me tell you, in Ghana here, my dear, we have a lifestyle of duping people. We can give you the wrong thing for a huge sum of money. So you getting someone who knows the job, taking the lead, going to purchase these things for you, it's a plus for you. So most of the times I've been having complaints, people telling me, oh, the other day I went to go and buy this and they gave me that. And seeing so many of them. I've seen so many of them. You go and buy this, you open it, it's different thing. Either it has expired or either it's not working well. So I would say, if someone in your community wants to buy these things, the perfect way is to come to me first for me to procure for them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Emmanuel, talk a little bit about your long-term vision for your company. I see you don't have any employees right now. Is that something you plan for in the future, to have somebody who goes out and sells and promotes for your company? What happens as you go along when your company, you get older and you retire? what's the sustainability plan for your company?
Okay, so it's been my prayer that God gives me the health and also a long life for me to be able to open my own company who deals in these kinds of test kits, so my kids can also come and benefit from.
What do you want to do in the next 1 or 2 years to grow your company? What is your plan in 1 year and 2 years out?
Okay, so 1 or 2 years out, per my plan, in 2 years' time, I should be able to get my own shop. I should be able to get my own shop that I can say this shop is mine, that people can come and know that truly, this is my shop, and they can buy things from. So it's been one of my plans to get my own shop.
Okay. How much would your income have to increase to get you there?
Okay, so I can't say, but unless I make inquiries with regards to the shop, because here in Ghana we have let's say the sizes of shops and each quantities. I think Osei here can attest to it. So let's say you can get a shop very small, the price will be high. You can get some too very small, the price. So unless I see the price of the shop, then I'll then see with my budget.
Emmanuel, in Ghana, are you able to run a shop from your home, or do you need to purchase a building or rent a building to sell your supplies?
You need to rent a building.
So you can't operate out of your home.
Come again?
So what I understand is you can't operate out of your home. You have to be in a shop.
You can't operate from your home, but I'd say professionalism wise, you are supposed to get a shop, because you see, day in day out we have supervisors coming around. So if they come around and you are let's say you are giving out these items, and they'll just ask you where's your shop, and you don't, it's going to be something else. But here being a rural area, I think it's one thing that has helped me to my advantage.
Okay.
Let's hear from Emmanuel Osei for a minute. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've done to prepare Emmanuel and what you know about his business.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. My name is Emmanuel Asare. I'm the supervisor for Entrapov in Kumasi district. Emmanuel has been a very good student, and he has been consistent. He's from a rural area, and so during the classes, he has to sometimes come and spend days at the state center and lodge with one of the YSs so that he can have access to attend the courses during the classes. And I've had an interaction with Emmanuel Baidoo and also his contribution. One thing I've come to know is that his business is very, very critical, looking at the rural areas, because these big companies, they don't serve medical and medical lab equipment and also medications to these rural areas because of the inaccessibility of the road networks. And so there are a whole lot of mortality rate from these rural areas. So Emmanuel taking the bold step to also serve these vulnerable communities, I think it's a passion and it's also a drive to save humanity. And it's for a good cause, though he's also doing a business. And so that is something I've come to know about Emmanuel. His services are saving lives, and he's doing good. And I trust that in the near future, when he's able to set up his own shop that sells medical lab equipment. Maybe he can also establish a lab that can serve the community at large. Thank you.
And Emmanuel, tell us about the Rotary Club that you're a member of and what you do within that club. Emmanuel Asare. Tell us about your Rotary Club and what you do with your
Okay,
club.
so I am a member of the Rotary Club. With my club, what we do is that now we are having 2 intra-proof
Uh-oh, looks like he froze.
location.
Okay, you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we train people from my community and also the Rotaract so that they can have the knowledge of being self-reliant and how to start and grow their businesses. Then we prepare them to pitch. But I also have my own business that I am into plastic and paper recycling and upcycling. And Entrapov has been very, very good for me. And I'm helping my community also with the plastic recycling and upcycling business. Thank you.
Okay. And so Emmanuel Baidoo, you mentioned wanting to get your own shop. Can you explain how in Africa you will typically buy rent on a shop for either 1 year or 2 years? And it's probably around $200 US, I would guess, right, Emmanuel, to rent a shop for a year or 2 years?
Yeah. So what you need to do is we have owners of this shop, so you can go into agreements with them. Others will say, give me half payment, then maybe on the 7th month you can bring the remaining, or others to take the whole $200 upfront before releasing the shop to you.
So it's very realistic to imagine that with his net profits, he'll be able to get into a shop within a year for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
What other questions do you have, Sharks?
What about on the distributing side? Is there plans of buying a truck or something that may be more economical for you to deliver these products?
Can you come again?
As far as distributing the products to your health facilities, is there plans of purchasing a truck or something that would make it more economical and time efficient for you to deliver?
Yeah. So it's part of my plans to purchase a motorcycle, which is going to enable me be a little faster in delivering these items.
What does a motorcycle that you might purchase typically cost?
To be honest, I really don't know unless I make the inquiries. So let me make inquiries and get back to you.
Yeah, we've done other loans for motorcycles and they were around $700 to $900.
So that's in the future, probably within a year or two, I would guess.
Come again?
I say, so you think that might be within your future in the next year or two to get a motorcycle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I noticed on your service and product list, you show on here pricing on those, and it showed health screenings as, fairly significant, $100 versus small dollars for some of these products that you're distributing. How many of those health screenings do you do, or do you do very many?
Okay, so it depends. So here being, just like I said earlier, here being a rural area, it depends. sometimes if I'm going to get, I think since I started this business, I've only had only one health screening. That was during the, I think is it the Ido Fertile or Ido Ada one? I think so, yeah. So I was supposed to organize a health screening alongside a health talk to my fellow Muslim brothers.
Okay.
Tell us about what you've been doing for the last 3 to 5 years so we can get to know you a little better.
Okay, so for the past 3 to 5 years, I've been in school, getting my diploma. So I completed, and I'm also furthering my education to a degree, and hopefully to the master's, a PhD, and so on.
So,
Great.
Emmanuel, when you have your clinic open and you have your motorcycle so that you can go in out and deliver, do the retail, the places where you can buy those things, those sorts of things, are there very many of them around? Will you have employees who will be working for you in your store?
So sorry, Mr. Jerry, I didn't get you well. Can you come again?
Sure. Sorry, that was kind of a convoluted question, but I'm just curious about how you will run your shop, and with the deliveries being so far away, will you be hiring people to work in your shop, or are you able to do that without having them licensed as you are?
So I would hire people to be making those rounds for me.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
But right now you have taxi drivers that you know and trust, and they do the deliveries for you. Is that right?
Come again?
Right now you have taxi drivers that you know and trust, and you send deliveries with those taxi drivers. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So
So
what is your primary, in kind of a short answer, what's your primary motivation in creating this business or expanding this business?
Okay, so yeah, I know you want a short answer, but I would be much happier if I could tell you a little story of how I came up with this business idea.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. So you see here in Ghana, we believe in superstitions, right?
Right.
Yes. Let me say in Africa, we believe in superstitions. So there is one river here, okay, and it's believed that the river is a god, a lesser god. So it has certain specific days that it overflows its banks, and we believe that when it overflows the bank, it's a sign of purification for the people in the village. So it has consecutive days that it overflows its banks. So if it does that, that means you are not going out to go and buy anything. You are just going to be indoors until the water goes back to its normal flow. So me being here, I just thought it to myself, no, at least I can do something to help these people here. So why don't I take it upon myself to deliver this laboratory reagents and equipment? Then Lahona Greater Medical Supply came into being.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay, well, it looks like our other entrepreneur is not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. The network there is very bad in Malawi. And so I'm sorry to say that our chicken farmer will not make it today. But do you have any other questions for Emmanuel before we go into a breakout room and talk about what we've heard?
I don't.
No.
Okay. All right, excellent. Well, you did a very nice job, Emmanuel. So go ahead and sit back
Thank
and
you very
relax.
much.
and we will join you again in about 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So we will be back. I'm
Thank you
just
very
going to set up some breakout rooms really quick here.
Okay.
And I will be sure to include the Gate City Club in the breakout room as well. And so that will be Rich Kirkham on my list. Okay, got it. So when you when you see a pop-up on your screen to go to the breakout room, just click that and you'll be in the room.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay. Okay, thank you for waiting patiently. Appreciate it. Are you still with us, Emmanuel and Emmanuel?
Yes, I am.
Okay, excellent. So go ahead, Rotarians, and turn your cameras back on. Sometimes it shuts those off when you come back in from a breakout room. So we want to see your smiling faces. And we are going to turn the time to Dan once he turns his camera back on and unmutes.
Oh, there we go. Hit the right buttons. I'm an old guy. I have to work my way around this technology. Anyway, Emmanuel, we've had a pretty good conversation with you, and we've had a pretty good conversation with ourselves and as judges, and we have invited our club members that you can see that to kind of participate in this as well. And we have some good news for you. We have decided on a thumbs up for your project and your business. So we want to give a big cheer to you from our club. So
Thank
great
you
job.
very much.
Yay. We look forward to hearing the progress of your business going forward, and to let us know occasionally how things are going, and so that we can share in your successes.
So Emmanuel, speak to us from
Thank
your
you.
heart. What are you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm very, 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 very happy. I just don't know what to say. God bless you all. God bless you all very, very, very much. Thank you.
God bless you in your business with your family, your mother, and I hope things go according or better than your plan.
Amen. Amen.
And to tell your mother that you did a great job from our perspective in putting this all together and the training.
I will.
You got a double thumbs up, okay?
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much.
Emmanuel, I'd like to say congratulations and good luck to you. Your business is so needed where you
Thank you,
are, and it
Tamra.
will change lives. I'm excited
you.
for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. Emmanuel Osei, tell us what this means for the communities and your thoughts.
Yeah, Entrapove is not just an NGO. Entrapove is a lifesaver, and Entrapove has touched many people's lives. If you have opportunity to come to Africa, there you will truly be touched about how people in the rural areas are suffering. Just as Emmanuel was talking about the myth and the superstition, there are some people that need just simple basic education, but superstition has made it that even when they are having a waterborne disease, they think they have been cursed by the gods. And so Emmanuel's work in these vulnerable communities help them to understand that there are simple health etiquettes that they can follow to become healthy, and there are things that they can avoid, and there are things that they can do to improve upon the quality of their health and indirectly help them to even have a better life. And so for me, I truly know that this is a divine cause that not only Emmanuel is pushing, but we have all joined our wheels to our shoulders to the wheel, and we are pushing along so that other lives will be saved. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you, your impact that you have made. And I truly know that we are all supporting humanity to thrive, especially in Africa here. And this will also bless my Rotary Club. It will help them to be able to also organize a local pitch like this so that we can equally sustain the mission and the vision of Entrapove. And so, Emmanuel, what I'll also urge you is that as these people have entrusted you with their monies, know that you have to be accountable to these monies. And one way of you being accountable is being very much passionate about what you are doing, and also monthly paying your loan repayment so that you can also benefit. And as you do these things, there's gonna be blessings for you and blessings for your family. This I know to be
Amen.
very, very
Amen.
true. Thank every one of you.
Yep, thank you. Now, PDG Rich Kirkham, please tell us what happens next.
Okay, well, congratulations, Emmanuel. On behalf of the
Thank
Gates
you
City
very
Rotary
much.
Club, you did a fantastic job. We were just on pins and needles, waiting to hear what the judges decided, and we were on board, weren't we, guys? Yeah, it was fantastic. We think you have a wonderful business opportunity ahead of you. We're going to have a WhatsApp group that will be, this Rotary Club here in the United States will be communicating with you. We want a picture of that motorcycle going out to those rural villages to deliver those medications. We want to see all about your life and learn about Africa. And we'll share a lot of what we do here with Rotary because we're all about service, and we're really glad to be of service to you through Entropov. So be sure and put into the chat. Oh, you just did. I needed your phone number, and I'll set up that WhatsApp group and we'll get that done. Let me just ask really quick, is there anybody here in the club that would like to come up to the mic and talk to these folks or to Emmanuel and share anything or a congratulations? Jody, would you like to do that as president of the club? Greg, anyone?
Congratulations, Emmanuel. It was so very great to meet you, and I'm really excited to see how your business expands and what a great life you lead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
And
Thank
on
you,
behalf
President
of the
Jody.
Gate City, Gate City Rotary Club, let me just thank Ben Davidson for this wonderful project that you have made possible so that we can reach across the ocean and have this wonderful opportunity to get to know people we otherwise would not have known. And let me say to you, Emmanuel, great job in training these folks and getting them ready to do these business pitches. We admire what you're doing. You're a great example of someone who believes in the mission of Rotary and of being self-reliant. And so we're proud of the work you're doing as well. So thank you on behalf of the Gate City Rotary Club.
Thank
you
you
very
all.
much.
This has been a wonderful episode. So we will have a recording of this for the club to use. And we will also get a 15-minute highlight version edited and posted on YouTube for you that the club can use as well. So thanks again, Gate City Rotary Club President Jody. We so appreciate you. Good luck, Emmanuel. We believe in you and we're cheering you on.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Great job today.
Okay, bye-bye. Do you have that?